Okay, today we're looking at an application for a customer. These are bent metal parts, and we're looking for the angle here in this bend. So these parts are pretty small, so the setup we have currently is a backlight underneath the part, and it's shining light up, and then there's a camera looking straight down. And this setup really creates a nice silhouette here. As you can see, it creates nice edges, nice contrast. So we have a 35mm lens mounted on the Baumer Verisens 2 megapixel camera. This is the XC version. So the only illumination is the backlight behind the part. So I'll show you the two different tools I have set up here. There's a part location on contours tool. This basically finds the part within the image and then moves around the angle tool based on that part. So if I were to move this part around a little bit, you can see how these angle measurement tool moves around with it. So I'll just do that again here. Yeah. So you can see these parts move around. These tools move around with the part, which is what we want. So as long as the part is within the field of view, it can be rotate a little bit, move around in the X and Y direction a little bit, and the tool is still going to measure accurately because it's moving around with the part. So the second tool that's actually fixture to the first tool is the angle tool, and that's measuring the angle between these two edges, the inside edge here and the inside edge here. The customer provided measurements for each one of these parts. So this one that they measured was 90.000 degrees. And here's the result we're outputting: 90.08, 90.09, 90.08. So if I say OK, I'll show you how I'm running this test. So I'm outputting the data in TCP/IP format. So if we go to the tool I'm using, it's the TCP/IP client, it outputs the results here, and then I just take these results and input them into the Excel sheet I'm using here. So there's 32 different samples, and up here these are the different measurements that the customer measured these parts to be. So you can see I've run through 5 samples so far, which means I have 27 left to go. They range in value from 89.878 to 90.914. So I'm on 90.000 right now, and then I'll take 5 different measurements, 20 different data points for 5 different orientations, so a total of 100 measurements for each sample, which 32 samples gives us 3,200 data points. And then with all that data afterwards, we're going to run some statistical analysis on that. So the 5 different orientations is center, and then I'll rotate the part 20 degrees clockwise, take another 20 measurements, 20 degrees counterclockwise, another 20 measurements, 0.5 inches offset in the X direction, and then 0.5 inches offset in the Y direction, for a total of 100 data points for each sample. So yeah, I guess we'll touch base again after I've finished recording all the data, and then we can start going through some statistical analysis to see our tolerances, standard deviation, things like that. Yep.